So, some key things then when we're talking about mitosis. Right, mitosis and meiosis. Right, mitosis is involved with just replicating cells. Meiosis is involved in making sex cells. In meiosis, it's to do with sex cells. You're only going to have half the number of chromosomes. So instead of having 46, you have 23 in each. Right, so in mitosis, we start off with cell. We're going to have one chromosome and two chromosomes in it. Right? In a real cell you have 46 chromosomes. However, when we're talking about it and you see it on diagrams and stuff, it's never going to have 46 chromosomes because you can't draw that in any meaningful way. So the first thing that happens is that the nuclear membrane disappears and the chromosomes go and double. And you end up with this characteristic egg shape that looks like that. Following that, the chromosomes are lined up along the centre of the cell, and they're lined up by what are called spindle fibres. Right, so the spindle fibres go and they spread out from either end of the cell, and they line the pairs of chromosomes up along the centre of the cell. Right, it's called the centre, and it attaches to that central point. That central point is called the centromere. Next thing that happens is that those spindle fibres contract. So the spindle fibres contract, and as they contract, they go and pull the pairs of chromosomes apart. So you end up with half the chromosomes in one end, half the chromosomes in the other, and we end up with a new nucleus goes and forms around them, and that cell goes, splits into two, each with the same number of chromosomes as the original cell. So if we go and we look at number of chromosomes during mitosis, we'd go from 46 to 92, 92, 92, then when it splits, they go back down to two lots of 46. Right, so that's mitosis. Right, in meiosis, you start off with a cell. Right, remember, one of your chromosomes has come from your mother, one of your chromosomes has come from your dad. So if we're talking about chromosome, I don't know, 14 for instance, you have two chromosome 14s. One is from your mother, one is from your father. So if that's the nucleus, you've got one chromosome. So if we're saying that the green one has come from your mother, the red one has come from your father. Right. First thing that happens then is that the number of chromosomes goes and doubles. Right. So the same as mitosis. Right. The part that differs is that you get something now called crossing over. Right. And during crossing over, two of the chromosomes go and swap a little bit of DNA with the chromosome next to it. So you're ending up with 4 distinctive chromosomes. right? So they're all chromosome 1s, for instance, but you've got 4 different versions. So it's increasing genetic diversity. So that's our cell. Right, you get spindle fibres. They don't go and line them up along the surface, along the centre. So spindle fibres will stretch out from each end, and then those spindle fibres will contract and pull a pair of chromosomes to each end. That cell will then go and split, and you'll end up with two cells, right? So if we're going from, we'd start off with 46, that would double, go to 92, that would be 92. Then at this point we've got 46 in each, right? We don't want 46 in each though, we only want it to be halved, right? Because in meiosis we're forming sex cells, and sex cells only have half the number of chromosomes. So at this point here, the same happens as in mitosis. Apart from the physical, the chromosomes don't go and duplicate. Right, so you're not getting any chromosomal replication at this point. So you're staying, instead of going up to 92, you're still staying at 46. So your spindle fibres would come out. 46, 46. Right, those spindle fibres would contract, and you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 sex cells, each with 23 chromosomes instead of 46. So that one might have a chromosome that looks like that. That one might have a chromosome that looks like that. That one have a chromosome that kind of takes that form, and so on. So you're ending up with it being genetically different from each other. And that's kind of a very, very brief overview of mitosis and meiosis.